What's up? This is Jamieson Hill for Quiet Lunch's Street Prattle, and we're here in front of the Metropolitan Museum of Art to ask museum goers what their opinion is on the verdict in the Trayvon Martin case. What's your opinion on the verdict in the Trayvon Martin case?
Honestly, I don't know enough about it to have an opinion.
I'm really not informed enough about it.
Me neither.
I haven't even seen it. We've been traveling internationally.
He's walking free.
We saw that last night on Facebook. That's it. That's all we know.
How do you feel about the verdict in the Trayvon Martin case?
I think it's complete bullshit, personally.
You think he should have went to jail?
Yes, definitely.
Why?
Well, I mean, I don't know all the facts, I wasn't there, but I feel like it was a racially motivated killing and that he is guilty.
He was going to get off. You already knew it from just listening to how some people in the media were portraying it. I'm not surprised at all.
Do you think there's anything we can do to change the way the justice system works?
There's a lot we can do. It's whether the politicians have the will to do it.
What's your opinion on the verdict in the Trayvon Martin case?
Unfortunate, but that's justice.
I have no opinion on that.
Oh, I have an opinion. I think it's terrible.
Why do you think it's terrible?
Because there's no reason that self-defense should apply to a person who started following somebody home, and then because they are losing a scuffle that they started, then they're going to try to claim self-defense and shoot that person. I mean, that's not the way the law should work.
I'm devastated by it. Devastated by it. It's very hurtful. To be honest with you, I have a daughter. Despite it being a younger guy, it hurt me. It hurt me. It hurt me. It shows you that the jurors, the people, the way society views things, isn't the same way that is afforded to other blacks in this community. So I was disgusted by it.
I haven't looked too much into it to have a strong opinion, but I think what people wanted was for Zimmerman to go to trial, and that's what they got, and we have to respect the verdict.
Too angry about it. I'm very angry about it. I don't appreciate it. I think it devalued young black boy's life.
Do you think that there's anything that we can do besides talking on social media to change the system?
Change the laws.
I think in any other state he would have gotten a minimum of manslaughter. I think he should have gotten a minimum of manslaughter. That the blame should not be placed on the jury, who were working in the parameters of Floridian laws, and they weren't being asked, and indeed couldn't, within a legal confine, define the racial and socio-political implications of the case. With that said, I'm dissatisfied, but I think people need to. I'm obviously very, very disappointed in the verdict, but I think people need to read it in context. Yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised because everyone kept saying that the prosecution was doing such a bad job. I think it's very easy for us to judge something when we're not in the courtroom day after day. We don't know the evidence exactly as the jury heard it, and so we don't know what they took into account or not. I'm concerned about the press who keeps blowing it up into a racial issue and stirring emotions up, and it is a very emotional thing. I understand that. I'm a little disappointed that he didn't go to some kind of jail for at least a short period of time, but I won't second-guess the jury because I don't know what they heard that I didn't.
What's your opinion about the verdict in the Trayvon Martin case?
I believe no matter what, if you kill somebody, you need to go to jail, period. Race has nothing to do with anything, in my opinion. It's just that he murdered an innocent child, and also information said that he talked to the police and they told him to leave a precious child alone, and he still followed the child. And you have to think about the parents and how he took him away and how he could have contributed to the society.
I think it's not ready to be discussed yet. It's something that's it's more personal. It's just not ready. It's just a little too sensitive right now.
I'm boycotting Florida. Do you have the picture of the? Yep. Until they make it illegal to kill teenagers. And I think that in Florida, it's legal for men with guns to stalk teenagers in the night, and if they try to defend themselves, to kill them.
I think it's ridiculous, personally. Yeah, I think it was a misuse of justice. I don't think he should have gotten off. I feel like the manslaughter charge would have been more appropriate.
I agree that it should have been manslaughter at the very least.
Tell me what your reactions are to the verdict in the Trayvon Martin case.
You go.
Wow. Well, I do believe in our criminal justice system, so I have to say, am I going to be on TV?
Not TV.
Okay, good.
Hear about the woman who shot warning shots at her abusive husband or something, and she got like 20 years of jail or something like that. I feel that because he killed somebody, he should have gone in, but she didn't even kill somebody. She just shot warning shots. So I don't know. I think it's all fucked up.
Well, with the Trayvon Martin case, I didn't read a lot about it, but I heard that he's walking free and yet he killed a kid. It's just a bit come on, could there be a little bit more justice about it? I mean,
What laws do you think we should change?
Well, the stand your ground law, for sure. It's a stupid law. It's just a way of justifying killing someone, to me.
Do you feel that there's anything that we can do besides social media to sort of change the way things are happening?
Such as what?
Such as the justice system?
Justice system, it's how it is. It's not perfect, but it works.
I've pretty much far removed myself from this case just because I'm not at a place in my life where I would be able to do something or to effectively do something about the verdict in the case. So I haven't really put too much energy in it. I'm kind of just at the point where I'm spreading love just at a personal level, and that's kind of how I'm doing my part to change it. But I think a lot of people could be putting their energy into a solution, just rather than being in the type of, just being in the state that they're in or being in the state that they're going to be in. So I'm just asking people to do some shit about it, before they have a very strong opinion or before they kind of go along spreading hate to other folks.
I wasn't there. I didn't watch the trial. I believe in our system. I think the jurors probably did the best they could. I'd say they probably got it right for what they got to see. None of us were there that day. Everybody was lawyered up well.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 6 women on the jury, and I felt like both were actually young men. And, it's a tragedy, somebody losing their life, but, there's families involved on both sides, and it was good to see that, the process took place, and people, just like you and I, considered it, and to me, it would have been a tragedy if it'd just been a harsh verdict. It seemed like a tough situation.
Well, they had an opportunity to select manslaughter, but the tough part about this is when there's doubt, you really have to follow the rules that the judge gives you. Yeah. And obviously there was doubt. I mean, you have to follow the rules, otherwise the system doesn't work.
Do you think there's anything else that we can do besides just saying that this was wrong in our society?
Well, I think the real problem in Florida is the stand your ground law and the ability for people to carry concealed weapons. And I think that not even Zimmerman I don't think he started out with bad intentions, but he had terrifically horrible judgment, and because the law protected him, he was able to kill an innocent teenager who was just walking on the street at night. And it's legal, apparently. And can we do anything about it? I think it's going to take legislation. They have to change the legislation in Florida, and I don't know if there's the political will down there to do it. I don't know.
Myself, I'm torn on the verdict in the case, but most of the people on the steps here today thought that it was wrong to kill an innocent teenager. What are we going to do? Are we going to take it beyond social media? The future is up to us, Generation Y. Ask yourself that question. This is Jamieson Hill for Quiet Lunches Street Prattle, and we're encouraging you to move off the internet.